Welcome to BAM, Badass Moms with Lori and Jenny. We are moms on a mission to share women's stories about life, fitness, aging, relationships, travel, and much more. Hello, friends, and thanks for listening. I just wanted to take a second to give you a quick reminder about subscribing to the show. If you have not already, just take a moment and do so. This will make sure that you never miss a daily bite or an upcoming episode. And in addition to that, if you have a few extra moments and like to drop us a review, we'd really appreciate it. And there's also a sponsor of the show located at the bottom of all of our episodes. Once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for being badass.
Hey, badass moms. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about regret and how it can help you make better decisions. So the other day I was just on a walk with my dogs and I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about how at the end of life, people tend to regret the risks they didn't take versus the risks they did take. And it just made me start thinking about my life and the things that my decisions and the risks that I've decided to take. And, you know, one of the bigger ones that I've talked about recently is just leaving my corporate stable, quote unquote, stable job and launching out into my own and doing my own business. And, you know, especially when you have a certain lifestyle that you're used to and routine that you're used to, doing something like that can be scary. And I was contemplating it probably for about 5 years before I ever made the jump. And finally, I decided that I knew I would regret it if I didn't do it. I knew that I would regret not taking that chance and not trying something different. And that if I failed, and I think this is important too, just imagining what the worst case scenario is. And if you're okay with that, then do it, right? So I was like, okay, worst case scenario is I don't make a dime, right? I don't make a dime. I don't do well with my own business, completely fail. And yes, failure sucks, and I would be embarrassed and bummed out that it didn't work out, but I could always go back to taking a stable job in corporate America. So, and I also think that just the learning from taking that risk and the learning about myself and the learning that I would receive about how to start a business and what not to do, all of those things, I think you end up in a better place than when you started. So, anyway, I'm, of course, glad that I took that jump. I still am striving to get to the point where my finances match where they were or exceed where they were when I left my corporate position, but I don't regret for a second that I've made the choice. And every day has been fun and rewarding and exciting, and I'm learning a ton. And of course, there's frustrations, but it feels different. It feels different when it's something that I know that I'm committed to and I'm doing because it's important to me and it's important to my future. So even those, you know, little disappointments here and there, I feel like they're just creating the path that I need to move forward. So it just feels different. And I knew if I didn't do it that I would regret it. And I have not for 1 second regretted taking that leap. And then I was thinking back about some of the risks I did not take. And most of those were when I was much younger, like as a kid or high school and even college. The risks I did not take. I didn't study abroad. I didn't go out of state for college. I didn't go to summer camp. And to this very day, I regret not exploring a little bit more and just showing myself that I was capable. And one of the things with my kids, I pushed them to go to summer camp. I actually told them they had to at least go for one summer. And if they didn't like it, they never had to go back. But it was such a profound, I had so much regret over not doing that I didn't want my kids to suffer that same fate. And so I actually was like, you're going to go. And both of them went. Both of them loved it. And my youngest has actually worked for the camp as well. So, you know, I hope it helps shape them as people. And what I really hope for them is it shows them that they can do something outside of their comfort zone and they can take a chance and it could turn out better than they ever expected. So anyway, I wish that for you all as well. So next time you're thinking about something that seems a little bit scary, maybe just go through that process, right? What would you regret more? And what's the worst that could possibly happen? And if the worst does happen, can you live with that? And chances are the worst isn't going to happen. The chances that something magical will happen in some way, shape, or form are much more likely. So anyway, I hope y'all have a great day, and we'll chat soon.